Let that money talk. You bout that bad, let that money talk. Let that money talk. You bout that bad, let that money talk. Now if you focus bout that bad, let that money talk. You on your hustle and your grind, let that money talk. You bout your vision and your goals, let that money talk. You out here getting it all the time, let that money talk.
You already know what it is. It's your girl Seven right here on MoneeeTalk, and we live. And anytime we going live, y'all know I'm having a real ass conversation. This shit is real, authentic, and pure. Okay, and we're learning about artists and their journey, entrepreneurs, hustlers. When you're doing your bag, you definitely tapped in with MoneeeTalk. So tonight I have with me a special guest, Big Kev, aka They All Work, here tonight. So, and yeah, we'll start out with tell us where you're from and a
Okay.
little bit about your upbringing.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, so where I'm from, so I was born in Detroit, Michigan, and I moved to Vegas here when I was about 10 years old, so around 2000.
Okay.
And about my upbringing, so I have a very close-knit family, which I'm so blessed to have. Parents that really were there as my parents would also find the balance of being friends as well.
Yes.
And teach me right from wrong and letting me figure things out on my own, not just restricting me in everything that I do.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I was in Detroit, I built something familiar to that. And then coming to Vegas, it was something shocking because I didn't really know what Vegas was being from Detroit.
Right.
I thought it was just casinos and
Yeah.
maybe a couple water parks. So when I came here and it was literally 100 degrees, it was a whole different environment I was not familiar with, especially coming from the East Coast. But I'm so thankful in hindsight because it really helped me grow up and being exposed to so many different cultures and people and so many things you can do growing up that I'm so thankful in doing that. And once I graduated high school, I went to Atlanta, then I was in California for 10 years, and now I'm back here in Sin City, Las Vegas.
Yes. Okay. Okay. I do want to know though. You can't be skipping over the D like that. You're just saying it too fast.
I know.
We definitely got to know more about that and your experience out there because I know that's a cultural difference, like you said, even just with the humidity and or just the heat and it being cold, super cold and like, you know. But yeah, tell us more about Detroit.
Yeah, so obviously I was close.
Detroit.
Detroit, yes. I was.
My friend is going to kill me.
It's fine, it's fine. So being in Detroit, like I was 10 years old, so there's sparse memories being in that city. But I think the biggest memories I have is just family reunions, being listening to Notorious B.I.G. on our porch outside, enjoying ice cream, running around the park playing baseball. It was a lot of familiar, relaxed, friendly energy being down in Detroit. And obviously in Detroit, there were things that, growing up, different environment, as you probably already know.
Right.
But I wasn't really exposed too much to it. But as I was getting older, my parents realized that a lot of things in the neighborhood was not getting better. So they wanted me to be raised in a different environment. So that's why the reason we came to Vegas. But I'm so thankful that I still have family out there. My cousin's still out there. And it just feels like a base that I can always come to. And the base of being strong in your values, being from Detroit, being someone that's proud of where you're from, being steadfast in your hustle. I carry that to this day, being from Detroit. So Detroit always has a special place in my heart. Didn't mean to skip over too much, but that's forever Detroit. That's why I root for all Detroit sports teams, my Lions and my Pistons and everything else. So I'm always thankful for Detroit.
Yes, for sure. I mean, I love me the D. Okay.
Yes, come on now.
It's definitely dope. My grandma was from there, so I'm definitely like,
nice.
I need to get there. I want to get there. I need to know the culture. So that's cool to hear that you're from there. And when I do come across someone from D, I'm like, oh, my ear turns to you because
right.
now you got my attention for sure. But yeah, that's really cool. So then Vegas. Talk a little bit about that upbringing because I know that changed.
Yeah, so that it felt that I was starting anew again because when you're a kid, you have that close knit bond they have with friends, and it's that bridge between it's easier to make new friends, but also it's not easier making friends. And I was a very shy kid, so I played basketball, so that helped build friendships. I was playing basketball, and then even in middle school, I was a shy kid, but sports was the continuing thread of building friendships,
Yeah.
building them bonds, was playing sports with each other. And as I got older, I got a little more comfortable and meeting new friends. I was still awkward, but I was slowly able to find my rhythm because a lot of my friends, they grew up by each other in Vegas. So they had that already
Mm-hmm.
familiar with each other growing up. So I'm coming in as literally the new kid coming from Detroit, Michigan,
Yeah.
kind of coming into the party a little too late. But after a while, I really found my footing, especially in high school. That's where I really started to find who I was. Wasn't all the way there, but I had such great close friends that were truly there for me and really wanted me to do great.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where in high school I really found my footing in who I wanted to be as a man before I went to college. So
Everything else.
yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. I mean, Vegas definitely can bring something, right? But just to still, like you said, come from something else totally different and then to be pretty much thrown into the game, it's cool that you found your circle because sometimes that can be hard,
Oh yeah.
because some people don't. They just stay to themselves
No.
for a long time,
Yeah, and I think in hindsight, I'm so again glad that sports because again, I wasn't the go out of my way to introduce myself person.
Yeah.
I was the because I was always the big kid, so
Yeah.
obviously I'm going to draw attention
Yeah.
anywhere I go. Though there's that big man just walking around, so that's always there. But I think just being more comfortable in the person and simply the body, I think
Yeah.
that helped me really find my footing and then find those friendships and just communicate at an effective level with
Right.
everybody. So that was really helpful.
What was it like growing up in your house?
Growing up in my house, it was a house of ambition. It was a house of love. It was a house of patience in the sense that they knew I was a kid growing up, and then there were just certain things that they could not teach me. I had to learn on my own.
Mm-hmm.
So when those lessons were learned, where I had literally hit my head on sometimes being stubborn, figuring out as a kid, once I came back to them, they said, "Okay, did you learned your lesson?" Yes, I did. Now let me teach you what happened in that situation. But it was a house that always was patient. And also they understood that you're going to have goals. They didn't care that whatever goal I had, I was going to reach it. And my goal, I told them, I want to go to college. I wanted to, at the time, play basketball and go to college. So they were on me. Before you do your friends or have fun, school work first. That's the most important thing. And then if you want to play basketball, you have
Go
to put in
practice.
you have
Yeah.
to put in extra hours because with any sport, it's not necessary. You have to go to school. You don't have to play sports. But if my dad told me if you're going to do it, you're going to put in the extra hours that no one's going to see in the summer where everyone's hanging out. You're going to be doing jump rope. You're going to be on the track losing weight.
Conditioning, right.
You're going to do conditioning. And you just, in hindsight, you teach me those habits
Mm-hmm.
that the hours that no one's going to see, like in your work or in my art, the work that you don't see, that's what's going to show at the end result because
Definitely.
you're gonna tell who's not putting in that effort and who actually is putting in that effort. I see it every day in work
Everything,
and
right.
and you I said you may not see yourself, but people know when you're putting that work. So my parents made sure I had that work ethic and that ambition, and then they made sure I followed through to where when I got my high school diploma, there was celebration, but they said, okay, well, you got to go to college. You said you had that. And the real celebration wasn't until I graduated college because that was the end goal. The high school was the halfway point, but that was okay, we're going to enjoy this, but you still have the end goal of graduating college.
There's more to go, exactly.
Yeah, there's not being complacent with that. Again, that was something they really instilled on me, and I'm so thankful that they did that because I've always want to make sure that I put in the effort as much as I can and control the controllables, which is control what I can, and I can control my effort. And as long as I do that, then everything will fall into place.
Definitely. And those are great qualities to have coming from a family because that creates great structure, foundation for you to create a good life for yourself, like when your parents aren't around, So
Yeah.
that's very good that you were able to experience that because some people don't. But that's good that you did. And yes, because it definitely means something when your parents care,
Yes.
and it shows for sure. And just to touch on that, yeah, it shows when you're putting in that extra work, definitely beyond because yeah, everybody's going to practice or, like basketball, everybody got practice after school. So, it's the same, but you can tell the people who's doing practice after practice because yeah, it's that extra work. What you're doing in the morning before school, what you're doing after,
Mhm.
and it shows for sure.
Yeah, and it is tough
Yeah.
because it is easy just to, if you ever see the talent, just let rest on your laurels and just go through and just do the bare minimum. That's
Hmm.
the easy thing.
Hmm.
It is like I remember I was in high school and going to my sophomore and junior year, my coach said, if you want to play for me, you have to lose X amount of pounds, you have to be this more agile, you have to improve on your finishing. So that whole summer I was jump rope every day, 6 a.m. on a weighted vest every single day.
Hmm.
Going to the track, conditioning. Then I would play basketball with my friends, and then I would do shooting after that. And that was
Hmm.
almost every day for 3 months. And I was a high school kid.
Yeah.
And that was a time where I can tell you many times I had to say no to playing video games with my friends or to going to parties and hanging out with girls. But I wanted it so bad to play at the level I wanted to in high school that I had to
Hmm.
sacrifice those things.
Hmm.
And it still carries over today. And there's some things I have to say no to with my music, but that's the focus. I have to put in that extra effort of working on a verse or changing different things.
Hmm.
It's not easy. It's not fun sometimes. There's things I want to do, but that's the goal I have. So therefore I have to put in that work.
Right. That word have. It's like I want to go hang out. I want to do this, but
Mm-hmm.
I have to do this.
Have to.
Yeah. So I feel like that's mature, right? When you can do that, when you can decipher what is your wants, what you have to do, and what you want to do. Because we know what we want to do. We want to do everything. We want to
Of
do a
course.
lot. We have to do this to get the job done. So yes, those verbs. Um, what kind of music were you surrounded by, like as a kid? What did you guys listen to growing up?
So I would say a lot of old school R&B music, primarily, especially my mom cleaning the kitchen every morning. I heard Luther Vandross and R. Kelly a
Yeah,
lot
yeah, yeah.
growing up. So it was a lot of that. It was a lot of, I would say, Biggie, a lot of that, a lot of Tupac, because there was a smattering of that, but it was more old school R&B. And then my dad was a huge jazz person.
Mm,
I still remember riding in his car and listening to, I think, 105.1 here at the jazz station in Vegas,
mm,
and all we do is listen to jazz music. And I really wasn't exposed to jazz music, so it just opened up a whole different world of music that
mm.
I wasn't just used
Prone
to.
to, right?
Oh, prone to. So it was.
Definitely.
I'm very thankful for that, and I think also having that old school sound really helped me just with my songwriting because it was just such intentional music, I believe. It was just
Mm.
intentional. This is the point I'm trying to make across, and I'm going to show you how I feel in the music. And that's what I'm trying to convey in my stuff. So it was a lot of old school and a lot of jazz,
Hmm.
primarily.
Definitely. Those times were definitely intentional from the music to the movies because the movies that they would do were intentional. They were
Mm-hmm.
trying to say a message. I feel like now I love movies, okay? And I feel like now it's so hard to find a really good movie. Like you can see a good series, like, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really into series because I'm a binge watcher. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
I gotta finish it because I want to know what happened. But that's why I don't like that because I don't really like watching TV. I don't like spending that time,
Mm-hmm.
So a good movie is cool. 2 hours, cool. But now it's hard to find a really good movie. But you go in the 90s era, you can find tons of movies. It just depends on if you want black cinema, you want to see a good white movie, you want to see, a scary movie. It depends. But just feel like, yeah, everything was intentional then.
Yeah,
Now it's a little bit more of what's trending.
that because I think because in the day, what dollars make sense to companies. So if it makes sense to do this, they're going to do then push it as much as possible. But that sacrifices the art that was intention back in the '90s, where there was, if you had Harlem Nights, you had Love and Basketball, you had so
Yeah.
many options of black cinema that was quality. Where nowadays you might get a few here and there. Now it did create opportunities for black filmmakers to do their own thing and just be entrepreneurs that figure it out, and they have. There's Tubi, but they're literally making their own art for themselves.
Right.
They're crowd sharing and raising their own funds to make their own movies. So there's options for you to find other stuff, but in the major movie theaters, unfortunately,
Yes, yes. I was
that's what
gonna say
sucks.
that. That's what sucks because it's not like back then. It was a lot more black, or just a mix of directors, right?
Absolutely.
Now it's just Tyler Perry. I feel like who's um, the dominant
The
one
dominant one.
that is predominantly putting out the black cinema. I mean, he's switching it up a little bit from the Medeas, but there was an era where it was like all the Medeas, the Diary of a, for so long. Started from the musicals, then he went to the movies. Now he's doing like series and movies. So, it's just like broadened, but yeah, it's not that many black directors like how it used to be. But that's just my opinion.
Well, you're not wrong. And I said, but I think whatever you want to find, so you can find it. So there's plenty of filmmakers that you can always look and say underground, 100%. But like I said that, but you're right. The major stuff, that's where it's like in the push from the companies really push those voices forward. But we have like a Jordan Peele, you have a Ryan Coogler, so you have them there that are making a mess. Like Sinners was an incredible movie.
I still have not seen that. Yeah. Okay.
We pause the camera. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a big conspiracy theorist, so I'm just like on the Sinners. Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
I say nothing.
But yes, no, I have not seen that yet. So there's some shit, I'm lacking too. So I don't know. But yes. Was school something you were into? Like, were you quiet? I know you say you did sports, so that helped you. I guess that kind of answers the question. But us outside of that, I mean, I guess that answers too because you said you were shy.
Yeah, sorry, kid. But I think school, to answer your question, school was the most important focus because as a person, I find joy in just the day-to-day work of just the homework and everything because it was just something I had to focus on. So I really enjoyed doing the schoolwork. So I did always excel in school. So I've always been blessed to do that. But again, that having that parent structure where they kept me accountable for a lot of things.
Yes.
And my friends too. I was in a magnet program where we were literally getting ready.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's a funny story. So I wanted to go to a certain.
Man, I wanted to get into that. Mathletes, a magnet program, but it was like, man, I wanted to get into that. But tell me about that.
Yeah, so the magnet school, as I was supposed, I didn't really want to go. I want to go to a certain high school because all my friends were there. And my mom said, let's just apply for this new high school called Canyon Springs High School. It just going to open up. And it was an open house. And it was a leadership and law preparatory academy. So you were either a leadership major or you were a law major going to the high school. And once I got in, you literally were taking college level classes to be a major to the point where freshman year I was a law major.
You can skip the freshman. Yep.
So when I came to college, oh my gosh, that made a huge difference because now I'm used to that rigor of being in college, that I had that little curve that kind of helped me get through because I was always doing stuff. I did a mock trial freshman year. I was 14 against a literal Vegas judge.
Oh man, we're speaking like nerd talk because I'm like, man, that's so fucking cool.
Oh my God. I will never be a lawyer my entire life on this earth. God bless them, all lawyers.
Bless them, though.
Bless them. I would.
It's a lot of work.
It is a lot
of reading. I like to read, but it's a lot of reading. Like just those numbers, like the laws, like the numbers for real. They be like, oh, number 87-3. Like you really gotta know that, and you gotta know your shit. Yeah, that's a lot of reading. Shout out to the lawyers. Yeah.
God, again, my mom's a lawyer. God bless her. She works hard. Cool. She's been 30 plus years. She's outstanding. But absolutely not. Would never be a lawyer. No, ma'am.
Yeah, I like to read when I want. No.
Speak on it. I can barely do one book a month. That's all I got.
That's good. That's good.
Again, trying, but I try at least one book.
It's good. Yes, reading is definitely good and fundamental for the brain.
Yes.
Looking back, what was the most important lesson you learned growing up?
Ooh.
I feel like that'd be so different for everyone. You know?
Yeah.
It's very important to
ask. I think the biggest lesson I learned is trust yourself. Because when I was a shy kid, wanted to make friends, I tried to acquiesce and try to do whatever they wanted to do or be the person they wanted me to be because I wasn't confident in myself. And even if it went against what I thought was right, I just did it to fit in.
Yeah.
But I just realized soon, okay, no, you have to trust who you are, who the person you were raised as, who the character and what you're strive to be, and trust that. And don't let others deter you from your true core. Now, there's outside things you can always improve on because as humans, we always can strive to be perfect. We can always work. But the core, you have to trust who you are. And I think even today, that's the biggest lesson, is that I trust myself more than anybody else, and
Definitely.
trust.
You know what you like, you know what you don't like, you know your feeling, you know when you want. I don't want to go tonight. Like,
No,
yeah, I'm not going.
no.
Like,
Yeah, and like I said, I never knock anyone for what they want to do. I said,
yeah,
that's for you, and I'm happy for you. But
yeah.
I just know, me personally, I would not do that or do that thing that you're doing. But I still respect what
Respect.
they want to do,
Yeah.
100%.
I can still hang around people. I don't have a influential attitude. Like far as yeah, I'm not influenced by what other people do. If I'm not into it, like you said, I'm not doing it. But you do what you do, no judgment. We can still have a great time, and that's just that. So yeah.
Right, and but it's always easier said than done. It's easier to say that than actually do it, because you can say, I'm gonna not do that, but then when that peer pressure comes in and
Oh
you
no.
just wanna, you feel like, oh no, maybe just one more, just maybe one, just one time won't hurt, but then now you regret it the
Yeah.
next day because you did that thing that you
Yeah.
said you wouldn't even do in the first
Yeah.
place.
Well, shout out to the strict parents. Yeah, I had strict parents. I had shit to think about.
Hmm. It's a tight ship.
Tight shit. Um, did you always see yourself as an artist? If not, what career did you have in mind?
So I think I've always known I wanted to be an artist, but it was the fear of failure, which is, I had this fear of, oh, if I put myself out there, then that runs risk of me failing at a high level. And now I put myself out there and now people don't receive it. So my earliest memory of doing anything art was being a Martin Luther King Jr. poetry contest, where he had to write "I Have a Dream" from the perspective of Martin Luther King after the fact. And I did that fifth, sixth grade, and I won.
Mm,
And now I spoke in front of a huge auditorium, did my poem, and then that's why I first felt that rush of being artistic in front of people.
mm,
Didn't do anything really artistic. I drew here and there, but when I went to college freshman year, I met a guy named Armani, and he was huge into music, and he was getting ready to build his own empire of music. And he said, "Hey, Soulja Boy's popular. Let's make a parody Soulja Boy song." And I said, "Okay, well, I don't rap." He said, well, "I'll just write what you want, and we'll figure it out." And I wrote my verse, and it's a horrible song,
mm-hmm.
horrible. I'll emphasize again, but it was that joy of just writing something and putting it on a sound and having people at the college actually enjoy it towards a popular song
Mm-hmm.
on the campus. And that's where I really saw, okay, that's where artistic journeys happened. And I did in college, and because my goal, I wanted to be in sales or leadership consulting. So I put the artistic side on hold for 10 plus years. Didn't do any music. I had ideas, but I was suppressing. No, I got my career. And the pandemic taught me that time, again, is the most precious resource we have,
Hell yeah.
because
Yeah.
I lost people, things happened, and I realized I only have one chance on this thing called Earth. And I think that fear of failure is one way, because I said, okay, I've been through so much during the pandemic. We've all have been. I can go on a stage and do a song. That's the least of my worries. And in 2023, I went to an open mic called Campfire Open Mic. I had performed in 10 plus years, and I did that, and that love came right back. So now I've been
Mm.
full fledged the past 2 years, really focusing on my
Your
art and
art.
and
Mm-hmm.
doing it. And I think that fear is always there, but it's less loud in
Mm-hmm.
that fear, because now it's just controlling what I control and the art that I put out.
Yeah.
That's the main focus.
Yeah. That's definitely inspiring. I mean, just like you said, suppressing it, especially when you have a career, you went to college. So it's like maybe. But yeah, I feel like COVID definitely lit a fire under all our ass. Like, and whether it was good, bad, whatever it did something because, yeah, shit has just not been the same. I mean, even though shit hasn't been the same since the 2000s,
Mm-hmm.
but since COVID, for real, like, it ain't been the same, y'all.
No, it's
So
not.
that's good that you use that in a positive way because now I feel like we just need to start turning it in a positive way. Bad things up. I'm gonna do this with it. Use it to your advantage versus being all depressed about it, like saying, "Oh, it's done," because you could have did that, like
Mm-hmm.
right, like it's over, like COVID's here, like it happened. The world doesn't, nobody wants to go around. You could have did anything, so that's good that you did turn it for a positive, which I feel like we all gotta lock in sometimes, and just say fuck it, because yes, time is the most valuable thing. Nothing else matters. Everything else you can get back, make back, fix, time you can't. Not even a little bit.
Not even.
Not even 20 minutes.
Not even 5 minutes.
Not even 5, 10, not even a second. That is gone. The minute, everything is gone.
Just that quick.
That quick. Who has been the most influential on your journey so far?
I would say just in life, to tie my mom and dad, they've been both equally influenced in who I am as a person. I would say artistically, again, like I said, a guy named Armani, he was the one that really put the spark on my back. And recently has been the whole Vegas art community. I've been so blessed to meet people like you and Forever Soul, Half Centric, Mello, Margaret. Too many people to name that have been so inspiring in my journey that I see them perform. I consume their art. It's just truly inspiring seeing their journeys and their talents, that every day I'm inspired working with them and hanging with them, because that helps me put the battery in my back to working my art. So I'm just blessed to know them and to honestly hang out with them. It's been awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate that too. And yes, they are definitely some great people. I mean, Vegas is definitely growing. There is some things to be worked out. I feel like it's still in its baby stages.
Right.
But definitely there is artists here that show their shit and they come with all they have. And that's the beauty of it, because, it doesn't matter where you're from, what you're doing, how you're doing it. When you're on the stage, people be showing love to those who lock in,
Right. And again, like we mentioned earlier, we can tell who's not putting in that work. So I can see someone like a Jay Swole. I said, okay, I can tell he's putting in the work on the stage and everything else. So it's
definitely. What about your first performance?
First performance ever.
Ever. Like, you're already doing your music.
Mm-hmm.
I know you said you started taking it serious in 2 years. So within those 2 years, your first performance, you doing your song, what was that like for you and where was it?
Okay, so it's 2023 and I'm on Google and I'm looking for open mics in Las Vegas, and I found Campfire Open Mic, and then an open mic where you get there, sign up, and you have, I think, 5 minutes to go on stage. So I've been working on a few songs, and I haven't written songs in 10 plus years. So I wrote the song, but I was still feeling like, I don't know if I should perform it. But I said, you know what? Fuck it. Just do it. And I remember people would say, all right, Kevin to the stage, Big Kev. Like, they're just reading my name. And I get up there and I plug in my iPhone, gonna perform my song, and the beat plays. And it's a very R&B, smooth type song. I perform the song and the sound cuts out. So I'm like, now I'm already sweating, getting ready to perform. Now the sound cuts out.
Yeah.
And everyone said, oh no, you good. We like that instrument anyway. Take your time, take your time. And they're literally applauding, like keeping my energy up and keep my spirits up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm trying to focus, get the audio figured out. And I did the song and people loved it.
Wow.
And it was like, oh, so all that self-doubt I had in the car 20 minutes ago of, I don't know if anyone's going to like it, it just went out the window.
Yeah.
And people were so patient and they were understanding, came up to me and said, oh my God, you're awesome. And we exchanged contact information. So it started off a little bittersweet, but it ended fantastic, because that's where that spark of feeling alive, making art, that's when, like, okay, I got to go full fledged on this, because this has brought me so much joy expressing myself. And again, maybe one person heard it, maybe everyone heard it, but the fact that we took time out of their day to listen to me, one of the best feelings I have.
Yeah, that is a great feeling. And not to have like a bad experience. They were feeling you, like you said. Yeah, the support was there. I know that ride home was lit. Music was lit.
What? AC blasting, music blasting. You couldn't tell me nothing. You hear me? I was chilling.
Let me get a 50 on
I got premium gas just because. Treat myself 100%.
I would have too. Damn right.
Absolutely.
Yes, damn right. Because those small celebrations will soon turn into big celebrations, but you got to start with those, because those fuel the big, like, the journey. Like, yeah, let me keep going. This is only going to get bigger and better.
Yeah, so and like I said, and everybody that works hard, is working hard, I would say take the time to celebrate yourself. It could be a couple minutes. Just really take a step back, because I know we all are working hard, we're grinding, we're putting extra hours, but once in a while, say, you know what? I did this. Let me just enjoy this moment.
Yes.
Just stay in the moment, because I think when you get too mired in the process and not enjoy yourself, you just lose track of what you're really doing it for.
Right.
So I think just even if it's a couple seconds, that helps you say, okay, I did this. I want this feeling again. So I'm going to keep working so I can do that celebration again because I keep working hard. So that's a carrot in the stick for you to keep working towards what you want to do.
Definitely. Those are great tips.
I try.
I will definitely make a reel of
A broke clock is right twice a day.
that. Right. Okay, so tell us about, I mean, they don't really know, but you've opened up for Mike Jones and a couple of different artists. How did that happen? Because you know Mike Jones was hot a couple of decades ago.
Just a little bit. 281-330-8004.
Hit Mike
Jones up on the low.
Because Mike Jones about to blow.
See?
We used to really call that number for real.
I called it the minute the song came out. The exact minute.
281-330.
Yes.
And he had his little answering service. Hey, yo, this Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. Yeah, he was cool.
That was great marketing, by the way.
Yeah, that was.
That was because the fact that 20 plus years later, we still remember that number to this day. It's like a lot of songs you can't remember like the hook, but the fact you still remember that 20 plus years later,
20 plus.
Genius marketing.
Genius. I mean, he said it every bar. Like
every single. You're gonna remember this number. Like Boosie taught you how to spell independent.
He did, because anytime I need to spell independent, I-N-D-E. Okay.
You cannot be able to read, and you still know how to spell independent. That again, genius marketing.
Genius.
You'll never know Boosie.
Even that R-E-S-P-E-C, they knew what they was doing.
Again, like that decades and decades. Like I'm gonna spell this out in a catchy way, and you're gonna remember this. Yes.
I do believe if you say things 7 times in a row, you will remember it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I've heard that trick too. See, I heard that in math.
Math weeks again. Come back again.
So yeah, tell us about that. How did that come about?
So Armani would say it was a group called Team Backpack. It was a collective of artists, and we're in college and we wanted to put a concert together. And I remember my friend said, okay, we can get 2 artists to book. We can get Bubba Sparks or we can get Mike Jones. Those were the options. So I remember in the meeting room, we're like, oh, let's do Mike Jones. He has like these hits. And so, okay, so all right, we'll do that. And then Kevin, you and my friend.
I like let's do Mike Jones.
Yeah, like they're like he had the fun. So I'm not gonna go. He said, okay, I can book Mike Jones. Okay, me and my friend Chrissy, we're gonna open up for him. So that day it was at the college campus. Mike Jones came to the concert, so I opened up, did my set, Chrissy did her set, and I actually had to leave for something for a fraternity event. So I had to leave. I missed Mike Jones. Oh. So I missed out on seeing him, but I technically opened up for Mike Jones. Yeah. So it still counts.
Yeah. It definitely still counts.
Yeah.
I was going to say, did you get to talk to him? But
no, unfortunately, so he did not make it to dress rehearsal or the rehearsals. Of course. Shocking. But he came. Literally, I was leaving to go to our fraternity event. 2 minutes later, he pulled up apparently in the back. He did his little songs and left.
Yeah.
So I had no
he was lit back then. He
figuratively and literally speaking. Yes. Yes, he was.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, yeah, a fraternity, that's cool.
Yes, I was in a Phi Gamma Delta or Fiji. So actually,
so you was like, I seen Stump the Art.
I was not in one of those schools. I remember I came home, my dad said, oh, you rush fraternity. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm in Fiji because my grandfather was a Kappa. So he was excited. Oh, maybe my son's going to be a Kappa like his mother's father. I'm like, no. Oh, you're Fiji? Okay. So what do you guys stomp? We don't step. Do you guys stroll? No. Do you guys have like a little chant? No. we just hang out and focus on school. That's it. So I went to a predominantly white school. So it wasn't a lot of color. So no, there was not. There were some brothers there, but no, there was not.
So what would y'all do? Like literally, like we got geometry or?
Oh, you said it. You literally go to school, party, do some community service, and rinse and repeat.
Yeah,
that was it. Now again, I'm very thankful because I have friends that I'm close with, and I built great networking opportunities and working with them. So it was all good. But the answer,
he booked Mike Jones.
It was a whole kid and caboodle.
Yeah.
But yeah, in hindsight,
wait, what you call it? A Ken Caboodle?
Kid and Caboodle, whole Kid and
Right.
Caboodle.
Okay,
Yeah, so
okay.
just coming down. I remember my friends come from their school saying, "Yeah, I'm a Kappa." And my best friend said, "Yeah, I'm a Kappa. We got these steps," and I'm like, I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
I had to feign like I was happy. I wasn't happy. Like I was, but also I was jealous. Like, oh, I wish I was part of
Yeah.
that. But everything happened for a reason, and I'm
Yeah.
very thankful for the school I went
Yeah,
to at
definitely.
Chapman, because Chapman, coming from Las Vegas to Orange County, California, that was a huge culture shock again.
Hmm.
Because I'm coming from Las Vegas, predominantly black, to coming to Orange County, where it's not the most ethnically diverse places, but I had to learn to be a man and just be confident who I am and be confident in the spaces that I was.
Yes.
Because in those spaces may not be the most comfortable for you, but you have to make the comfort for yourself.
Hmm.
So again,
Yeah.
it taught me a lot
Yeah.
being Orange County.
Yeah, definitely.
Hmm.
OC for sure.
Hmm.
What did you learn from sharing a stage with, even though you said you didn't get a chance to see him, but just being in that space, that crowd, like, what did you learn from that situation?
um, so I basically I talked to my friends who was there with Mike Jones. He said the biggest thing was when you're performing on stage, you're building connections with the audience because anyone can listen to your music on Spotify or anything, but you have to give them that connection as an artist when you're on the stage. So maybe eye contact might be engaging the crowd because you're literally putting on a show, and he
Hmm.
was able to put on a show. So even today, I make sure that when I'm performing, even if it's just one person that I build any type of connection with or eye contact or engaging the audience, make sure I do that because that's where it hooks you. Because as humans, we have so many stimuli. We have our phone, our
Yeah.
friends, we're going to
Hmm.
the bar, going to the bathroom. There's so many things that can happen. Now you have to figure out a way to get their attention
Hmm.
in a few seconds.
Right.
So then that was the biggest thing I learned.
That's actually that's actually a great tip. Right. Wow, yeah, that's true because it's easily to get distracted. It's easily to, for that 1 second if you're just performing your song, but if you take that moment to make a memorable moment, like just how people jump in the crowd,
Hmm.
you can't get that experience, like, yeah, that's cool. That's
Yeah, like so
cool.
you think about like when you go to a show, like when you think out like, oh, I went to the show, there's all the artists. You think about what stuck out to me in the back of my mind. Oh, this person shook someone's hand or they did a little freestyle or something. That's where you think about. And
Hmm.
then okay, now I'll go home and listen to their music. It's got
Yeah.
to be something that really
Yes.
sticks out because again, there's millions of songs been uploaded
Every
every
day. Hmm.
single day, every single day. So what are you gonna do to be yourself and to have yourself stick out amongst the millions of songs that are coming out every day and the plenty of artists out here in Las Vegas alone?
Hmm.
That's what you got to work on to make yourself known and who you are and stay individual to yourself.
Right. Definitely. It's very true. You gotta be authentic but unique,
Yes.
creative. What are you gonna do
Hmm.
to, show yourself that worth ethic?
Yes.
So, what is something that you're currently working on? What projects do you have in the works?
So right now, so I put out the album Big Kev Special, which I'm so proud of it because it helped me show to not overthink things because the last album, Tall Tales, was great, but it was just a lot of I had a lot of pent up years of not putting out songs. So I put out a lot of music on there. And some things to this day, I wish maybe I should have taken this song out or maybe, but it was just a lot of, hey, here it is. It's a lot of pent up aggression. Here I was precise with the message I want to come across. And it was very concise message that I put on this album. So I think right now it's promoting that and work on a few things. Can't talk about right now, but it'll
Yes,
be
yes.
coming out soon and working on a mixtape as well. So I think just that is promoting Big Cat Special. The main focus is that I'm super proud of the album.
Hmm. Well, yeah, that is. I feel like when you do something, like you said, that pent up aggression, but when you do it again, right? And
Hmm.
then you take your time and you're, like you said, precise, but I wanted to use a different word because, yes, I feel like structure, just learning from your past
Of
mistakes,
course.
right? So definitely taking good feedback, right? I feel like that's always important. And I feel like you paid attention, you learned, you observed what was going on with the first album. Okay, let me create something better. Did you feel like there was a difference
Oh, a 90
in
day.
like streams and everything?
Oh yeah, the streams have been incredible. It's doing well on SoundCloud right now, the album. And it was better written album. It's a better audio mixed album. If this is the first album, you'll definitely tell the difference, how the audio's better, songwriting's better, the features were incredible. Lacey and C Hill did an incredible job on their features. The packaging of the art, the intention of promoting it, because the first album I basically just put out, I didn't really promote it because I was just happy to be out. But now I'm really promoting this album, and that's why I'm getting more streams and everything else, more publicity for this album, because I'm actually putting attention of marketing it.
Right.
Because again, that fear of failure of, put myself out there. Well, I put an album out, so there's nothing else to lose other than just say I know I have, I'm confident in it, put it out there, and see what happens.
Yes.
So that's been the biggest difference from last time.
What's your favorite song on the album?
It's like choosing your kids, right?
Right.
I think it's a two-parter. So for me, it's a song called "Who You Talking To," because it was fueled from, as specifically a rapper, rap was built on competition. It was showing what you can do, and even if it's just internally competing with yourself or just working to do better. I think I think that I feel most confident. I'm confident how skilled I am, and I believe I really showed that in that song, because the song basically saying that I love to rap and I've studied this for years, and if you want to rap with me, then we can rap, because I'm confident in who I am. And then the other song was a song called Goodbye. So it's a song based off of a recent relationship that breakup that I had. And it was so therapeutic because I put a lot of emotion into that song, but it was also a kind of a goodbye saying, hey, there's emotion that I've had, and listen to it now. It was just such a downtime of me writing it that I was so glad I was able to put it in a song. And people have said that, hey, this song helped me get through my breakup because it was so honest, it was raw. And as now, if I've gotten healed and I've been working with therapy and everything, it's just a portrait to see of it's okay to be in that emotion, but understand that, hey, relationships don't work out. It may not just be one person, it just wasn't compatible, and it's okay to let go. And I'm very confident, I'm very happy that the way that song was composed and everything.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite two right now.
Yeah. It'd be those songs that really hit home sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
You know?
Yes, even to this day, because like songs I believe, are portraits. It could be a portrait of a time and place for any artist of the time they were at. So when we listen to it, it kind of brings them back to that moment, good, bad, and indifferent. So listen to the album, it's like I know when I wrote this song or where I was mentally when I wrote this song, good, bad, and indifferent. But I'm glad that I had that expressed and that I put it out there, sort of internalizing that emotion. Because for years I always internalized, was always the Atlas world on my shoulders. I just figure it out and not talk about it.
Right.
But the fact I'm able to talk about something like that in a song that is out there for people to consume, that just shows that how much I'm growth.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like music too is so tapped in with everyone in general. I mean, who fucking came up with this, right? Because it's like music is so tapped in with a lot of everyone. I feel like emotional sides, like even just when we're going through stuff, or if we hear a song, it's attached to a memory, a person, an emotion. Like, you know, if I'm listening to, you know, let's just say Destiny's Child or something, it just like, you know, brings a moment. If I'm going to Pretty Ricky, I'm in my like, oh yeah, high school days, basketball. Like, you know, it's just like different eras for sure are attached to different moments. So I respect music so much. And I love music so much. So I think that's cool when you can lock in with your music yourself and not someone that's not, you know, a popular artist, blah, blah, blah yet, but yourself, your own music. And you're like, I'm emotionally tuned in. Then you have people telling you, hey, this helped me. I think that's fucking cool. Like, you know, that means you're adding to the music, adding to what needs to be done. Because I feel like, again, music is so attached with our life. It helps us a lot. Heal when we need a, you know, in the gym, we're listening to something that keep us going. It's like music is just so tapped in. So when you can make music like that to tap in with yourself and others, I think that's so empowering.
Yeah, and I think it's such a powerful thing. And I know about you when you do your work. Isn't it just tripping the fact that people say, hey, your work, I really enjoyed it. It affected me anyway. That's just it's just crazy to think about it. Like what you put in, someone listened to or consume or watch, it affected them in some sort of emotion. That still to the day boggles my mind that someone took out of their time out of their day to listen to my music. They received it and they took it in their own interpretation of what they felt the song was to them. That's the biggest
Definitely.
mind-blowing thing. I still to this day, I don't care how long old I get, it's still gonna blow my mind.
So empowering. I'd rather you say that than just the small things. Like, I don't know. Just, yeah, I'd rather inspire, touch within, like, just verse, hey, that was a cool event you did, or that was a cool shirt you posted, or something. I'm like, man, I love that interview you did with so and so. I went through that too, and it inspired me to start my business. Like,
Yes.
that is way more, I appreciate that. But it's all inspiring more when it's like helping you in your life grow and do something.
Yes, it is.
Especially when that's something that I want to do. I want to help. Is there an artist that you would love to collab with?
Well, funny you say that. I'm wearing his shirt, Lupe Fiasco. That
It's been a while,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah. I said Lupe. I mean, I think it's for me deeper because when Lupe came out, it was like 2003 or four, and at the time, it was a lot of gangster rap was very popular. It was great. It was not a lot of people that looked like me as a nerdy person. And Lupe came in talking about kick pushing a skateboard. It was like, whoa, what's that? That's something I've never really seen. So to this day, I've been enthralled in his way he conceptualized albums. His lyricism is impeccable. I've been to 4 or 5 of his shows. His show performance is still inspiring. The way he controls his breath and he masters and commands the stage. So I think just learning from him and how he attacks the day and how he manages writing lyrics in his brain, because his brain is just crazy. That'll be the number one person I would love to work with, to just test my pen and see what I can do with someone like him.
Yeah, because man, Lupe Fiasco was back in the day. Yeah, definitely. And to me, it's like J. Cole. Like J. Cole, like kind of thing, like how J. Cole just came in different from the future Rick Ross, like what everyone was doing at the time, because it was like stripper era.
Yes.
So he wasn't making stripper music. He's like making music like, J. Cole music. So
yeah, like I said, and I think, and again, that the hardest thing is to be yourself.
Different, yes. Or yourself, yes. Not different, but just different as in steering off from what everyone else is doing. And yes, being yourself, for sure. Because it takes guts to do that.
Yes.
For sure. It takes guts.
Yeah,
I just want to start that. Because I was going to say, like, even just with Money Talk, like, to me, it tap in with,
Tap in.
Okay, I'm going to ask a couple funny questions before we, say some motivational, get back serious. So what's one guilty pleasure song that you would never want your supporters to know that you listen to?
That's a good question. What's that? What I Got by Sublime. I think that's what I think the song name.
Sing it.
It's what I got. Say, remember that loving is what I got. Because I play Tony Hawk Pro Skater a lot. It's that song within the game, so I can. That is one of the most feel good songs I've ever listened to. So yeah, I have no shame. That I'm out to the world, everybody. I love the song. It's fantastic.
Okay. What's something that you do that makes you lose track of time, like a hobby or something?
Honestly, just creating music. There's been times where I was working on a song. I started at 7 o'clock and I rubbed my eyes. It was 11:30 p.m. Because I was so enthralled in just writing in the process and recording myself. I can get lost for hours and hours just creating and listening to music.
Like, sure. Damn, I gotta get ready for work.
It's like, oh, well, I guess I don't have to worry about go to sleep. It's already 2 in the morning.
Yeah. What's a bar you written that you would want people to remember forever?
Ooh, that's a good question. I gotta think about that. A bar that everybody should remember me.
It's like,
trying to think. I gotta think about that one. That's
Okay. No,
yeah.
take your time.
Yeah, I'll get back to you on that.
I'm
Let's get
like,
back to that
oh,
one. Yeah.
okay. What do you do when life gets heavy? Like, how do you deal with it?
Ooh, so when life gets heavy, I really lean on my support system. So my family, my parents specifically, lean on them. I lean on my friends for support and everything. I lead into my therapy that I was my therapist. I lean on him, and also I do things to help. Like basically, just I work out, so playing basketball, doing type of cardio, and just doing things like that, or just music in general, and channeling it into something that's productive. Because I find that when I'm just sitting in those thoughts, you need that, but that's where I'm not the most productive as a human. So I need to just do things, even if it's just emotion I have, just let it out instead of just internalizing it. So I think just support system, exercise, music, those are my three go-tos when things get tough.
Man, learning, I like that, by the way. Learning more about myself. Um, I am better like that too. I
Mm-hmm.
am better when I don't internalize my problems or just anything. Like, I'm not good when I'm depressed.
Yeah.
I'm not my best self, and I don't like being my best self because I fall off. And then you fall off, and then all these goals, and then you're in your head that you didn't do, and then next thing you know, the year's done, and you know,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, I was just depressed. Like, mm-mm. I know, and that's what's most important. You got to know yourself, know what works for you, and what's going to get you out of that rut. It's okay to sit in it for a little bit,
Right.
feel it for a little bit, and then pick yourself back up. Whether it's having a call with somebody, hanging around people that you know are gonna motivate you, make you laugh, and just get you back into that mode. Because yeah, you gotta know yourself. If you're not your best self when you're depressed, get out of that depression.
Yes.
Hang with some friends. If you don't want to talk about it, hey, what's up? Y'all trying to hang out today? Y'all trying to? You don't even want to talk about it. Just hang out. Just go do something. Cause yeah, I am not my best self when I am depressed.
Yeah. And
And you made me you helped me realize that right now. Like,
yeah.
so thank you for that.
Oh,
'Cause, yeah,
listen, and again, this
I
is
knew that, but now I verbally, like out
yeah.
loud, know that.
And
Yeah,
that's where, again, for anybody out there, like I said, if you
yeah.
have not ever thought about doing therapy, that's the biggest takeaway. That has been a huge core foundation of who I am. Because, like you, I've had so many epiphanies just saying things out loud in those sessions that I'm like, oh, thank God I was in a comfortable place. I was able to do that. And
Mm-hmm.
I vocalized that with other people. So, yeah, if you ever thought about curious, just try it and you'll be surprised how much you'll be changed and how much you can be open up to things when you just even try a therapy session.
Therapy session, yes,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. I will definitely make a reel of that too.
Yes, type shit.
um,
But
what's the? Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. I remember the question on my favorite bar.
Oh yeah, tell me.
It's a simple bar. It's just I basically the last song of the album, Big Kev Special, and it's called "Thank You," and it's just saying, 3 years or 12 years to listen. That's what's up. I just want people to appreciate the fact that any fans or anybody that listens to my music, thank you so much. Even if it's two people or a crowd of 100, the fact that people are listening to me and focusing on me and really take time out of their day,
Enough.
that's enough.
Mm-hmm.
You consume it. Now, of course, every person has their own opinions. They have their whether they like it or dislike it, think it's ass or if it's good. That's up to them. But the fact that they listened to the effort that I put into this music, I'm forever grateful for that. So thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to this interview. Thank you for listening to
Yes.
my music now or in the future. Thank you.
Yes. Shout out to you. Shout out to you for that because it's definitely important to be comfortable with what you put out, but also too, who cares what everyone else, as long as you got the view. That's what I feel like, good or bad publicity. Sometimes it's good.
What it
It's
easy to
good.
say, all publicity is good
It's
publicity,
good.
and you have to control what you control. You control, again, like I mentioned earlier, the effort you put in,
What
the,
you put out.
what you put out. And I said, now personally, I like my music,
Yeah.
so that's the most person
That's
I'm care about the most.
hmm
Yeah,
What's the biggest lesson you've learned so far on this journey?
on this artistic
On
journey,
this artistic journey.
yeah, I would say work ethic is the most consistent thing that's going to take you wherever you want to do. The work ethic that you put in is going to show. And if you don't put the work ethic in, then it's not going to show where you think it is. You may think that just off talent alone, you can do that. There's so many people talented in this city that if they just had the work ethic to just put this out there, even if it's, let's say, okay, do the small coffee shop where there's 5 people watching you, do the shows back to back to back, open mics, go around. You have to put in the work. Like I have no, I love performing in general. So I don't care if it's 2 people at a bar, 2 people, just even one person listening. Put in that work because that one person may like your music. They tell their friends about it, and then now it's slowly building that fan base and everything else. So you have to put the work in, as we mentioned, without anyone listening. That's what's going to show, and that's what's going to put you to the top of the top in art.
In the art and paying for media. Look.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta pay for. Yeah. What does 2026 look like for you?
2026 looks like a very productive year in terms of musical output, in terms of collaborations that I'm very excited to announce and work with people and to put out there a more intentional way of how I'm going to attack the year in terms of promoting everything. And it's going to be another blessed year because I'll be above ground. This is going to be another blessed year, 2026.
Hey, now. I'll save that for. So, what's a message that you feel everyone should listen to? At least more so people that are struggling on their journey right now. What's a message that you would tell them?
That there's going to be highs and lows in your journey. That you may feel that you're not, let's say you're not getting the audience that you think you deserve because you have this great product that you're putting out there. And that's understandable. Every artist journey, YouTube videos, everything, they've talked about how they were low at a certain point. But how you handle yourself in the lows, also you handle the highs, is going to determine who you are as a person. So just understand there's going to be highs and lows and just control the controllables.
Control the controllables.
Control the controllables. Keep the main thing the main thing. That's all we can do, because there's certain factors that just out of your control. They're just going to happen. As I mentioned earlier, I did that performance. The audio went out. That might happen. You're at a crowded bar. People might just be talking, not paying attention to you. But control your intention and the music and everything else, and the work will come itself. And also, finally, don't just focus on the end goal. So the end goal might be, oh, I want to get this amount of money, this amount of attention, this amount of women, men, whoever. That might be your end goal, but that's going to come. But when you control that and the work ethic, that's going to come regardless. But how you choose to handle that, how you control everything else, the controllables, that's going to make you who you are.
Thanks. Now I can ask this question. Well, not question, the statement. Go ahead and promote your album and tell them where they can find you and any music you want to promote.
Yeah, so the album, right, said Big Kev Specials are right now. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud right now. Please promote that. You can find me on Instagram, big.kev.music. Again, big.kev.music. The link's right there, auto promotions. And got a show coming up on Saturday, September 13th at Taverna Costera. It's going to be biggest Mission 2 with the Water Credible Artists.
Oh, yeah.
And got a lot of stuff coming up in collaborations that'll be announcing soon. So come check your brother out. Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Y'all already know what it is. We definitely have Money Talk tonight. We definitely have some gems dropped in this bitch for sure.
Right.
Thank you, Big Kev, so much for joining me. It was definitely a pleasure for you popping out. Y'all stay tuned, run it up, show some love and support. And then, yeah, until fucking next time. Peace.
Thank you so much.
Stay in your bag. Stay in your grind, y'all. Stay in your grind. It don't stop. Nice.